Boom. Yes, can I hear a clap? Please, you've done it. You've gone to the next level. I'm biz now, I'll make money move. Well done. In short, well done. This is like the biggest step that you could take, and there are actually few ways how you can get to the next level to become a midweight interior designer. So let's look at a few of them. So first of all, you could finally be recognized for your hard work. So organically, the company that you work for have decided to give you a promotion. You could also work up the courage and put the facts to the paper and go up to the director or design manager and ask for the promotion. That is absolutely fair, and you are absolutely in all right to do so if you feel like you've reached the level and you feel like you can take on more responsibility. There, you could also get a little bit lucky. As life happens, people go on maternity leave, so some midway or more senior level roles are empty to be filled in. So usually companies turn to their own employees first to fill in those positions. So fingers crossed someone gets knocked off. Or the last case, you could just move on to a different employer. Yep, the word on the street is, and I know that myself as well, that the easiest way to get a promotion or to get to the next level is literally change jobs, move on to a different company and apply for a role that is higher than your existing role. Obviously, again, you need to be confident that you can handle that role. You need to know that you can handle that responsibility and you are ready for it. If you are a junior that's been a junior only for a couple of months and wants to jump into a midway role straight away, then you might have to think a little bit and just sit back and learn a bit more before you take that next shot. But if you've been a junior for a while now and you feel like, you know what, this company is not really giving me the opportunities that I want, or I just feel like I'm not fulfilled here and I could do more, then go for it. Write up the CV, go to some interviews and see what the world has got for you. Okay, so now let's look at your responsibilities as a midweight designer. So basically, first of all, go over the whole list of responsibilities as a junior and add up a lot more work, effort, responsibility on top of that. The good side of the whole thing is that you will actually finally be able to start building up some relationships with clients. So if it's emails, site meetings, if it's phone calls, anything, keeping in touch with clients, that's how you're going to start building the relationship with your clients. So at this point, you are really stepping up your game. You are no longer sitting in the back seat. You are there at the driver's seat, but right next to you will be a senior designer or a design manager who will still manage your workload and make sure that you are doing all the right things and meeting your deadlines. So you will not be alone, but at the same time, you will be a lot more independent. At this point as well, there is no room for winging it. If back in the junior position, you could kind of get away with things and blame it on your lack of experience, then at this point, if you don't know something, then your responsibility is to go and find it out, like straight away. If you don't know something that the client is talking about, or you haven't really researched your client or the company that you will be designing for, then that is your responsibility, no one else's. You need to stay on top of your game. I really hate it when people start to play the blame game and not take responsibility for their own actions or for their own wrongdoings, guesses that haven't come true. It is so frustrating because it can easily, I would rather work with someone who says, you know what, yes, I messed up. I should have asked, I should have stepped up and figured that out myself instead of brushing it under the carpet. So I would rather work with someone like that and have a lot more respect for people like that, rather than someone who says, well, you know, they didn't come back to me and it was just too late and I didn't know what to do and the design manager wasn't in that day. No. You get paid for your level of responsibility. So step up. Also, just because you have stepped up a little bit doesn't mean that you are only focusing on your own projects. At this point, you are still a part of the team in most companies, and you will be asked to kind of dip your toes into various projects and kind of just help your teammates out if they are struggling with workload. So don't get too caught up with, oh, you know what, I've got my own projects now and I don't do anything else. No, that's not the case. You are still a part of the team and you will still be working on other projects as well. And things like site visits are just a given at this stage. You will be going back and forth, meeting clients, meeting contractors, and just being a very active part of the project. Like I said, a senior designer or design manager will always look over you and just make sure that you are doing the right things. But pretty much you are on your own there, and you know, you can make your own decisions now. I'll be honest with you guys, what we do as interior designers, it is not an easy job. It is not a normal 9 to 5. It will never be. There will always be extra work and extra effort that you have to put in. A lot of people, a lot of money are involved in big interior design projects or even small design projects. There is so much involvement there, and if you make the wrong assumptions or take the wrong approach or wrong decisions, then that will come and bite you back. So if you are not confident, then just double check everything. Have your senior support. You should always be able to ask for senior support, and you know, make sure you do your job at 100%.